Hey there, Jen Patero here on a very cold Sunday, February the 5th. Actually, not quite as cold today as it was yesterday, but still pretty darn cold out there. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I know I most certainly did. Wanted to make a quick video today to chat a little bit more specifically about my current nutrition as I reverse diet out from my show that happened back with the UFE organization on November the 12th. So I'm now about 3 months post show. And I'm doing things a little bit differently because my goals this go around are a little bit different. So last time had to reverse diet out super quick because had to get to that building phase so that I could compete again a year later. This time, not the case. This time, I do not have a competition date set yet. So I can go a little bit slower, which has its pros and its cons. Chat a little bit about that and specifically how it is that I'm manipulating my diet to allow for that and to allow my body to get back to a good, healthy place, calorically speaking, metabolically speaking, hormonally speaking, but just going a lot slower. So chat a little bit about that because today stepped on the scale. I'm sitting at 116.2. Yesterday still was at 115.7, but that scale weight really does fluctuate based on what it is I've eaten, salt, stress, sleep, all of those things. So today, 116.2. My current caloric intake is sitting at around 1,650 every day. That consists of about 125 grams of fat, 120 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs. But I'm still doing a ketogenic caloric refeed day on Friday, where I'm 160 fat, 160 protein, 10 carbs, which puts me over 2,100 calories, over 2,000 calories. So my weekly average is 1,750-ish calories. So calories still going up, but and my cardio still coming down. But like I say, I'm going so slow so that I don't hold on to any unnecessary, unwanted additional body fat. But I am starting to see, by way of my in-body scans, my in-body at-home scale, that my metabolism is coming up and that my lean mass is also starting to come up, which is great. The trends are all looking fantastic. I'm still weighing in and around, well, I'm under my stage weight, but I'm still weighing in and around that, the day before my show kind of weight. So that is good. But like I said, this type of strategy has some pros and some cons. So it's great because I can be very strategic and reverse diet out so that I can really improve on my body composition. But it's also very challenging because I've got to, try and manipulate these macros and live a controlled kind of diet and lifestyle for a lot longer, right? Like last go around, I was done my reverse diet by the end of February. We're already, getting into February here, and I'm nowhere near being done. I won't be done until, I think Robert and I talked about April. So I still have a long way to go. And I'm trying to live a life with balance. Balance is my goal for 2023. Balancing my family life, my work, my fitness, coaching, like all of it. Trying to find that balance and living a life where I'm, going away on vacation, taking trips with the family, work-related functions and meetings, and eating not quite as regimented a diet. So I know I shared last time, on some days I do prioritize protein, and I hate to say it, I don't want anybody to think that I fear fat, because I most certainly don't. 90% of the time I'm still eating high fat, moderate or adequate, like a significant amount of protein and very low carb. Now, having said that, my carbs have come up through vegetables. Yeah, I'm eating more vegetables, and largely doing that because I enjoy them, even though my body does not. I bloat like crazy, but I wanted to be able to eat with my family. So, the way that I stretch my calories, the way that I stretch the food volume for the day is by adding in extra veggies. So I would eat all the fat, or the large majority of the fat, high protein, post-workout, kind of in the morning, within a couple hours of working out. And then I would sit down and eat the broccoli and the cauliflower with my family at night. Now that my macros are getting a little bit higher, I'm able to save more protein for the evening as well. So we'll chat a little bit about that, because that's one of the things I've been playing around with. I'm wearing a CGM currently, and I'm trying to look at that protein threshold specific to me. How can I push the protein when necessary, when, like I say, when I want to increase my food volume because I've got work functions, because I'm traveling, because we're on vacation, because we're away at a hockey tournament, and I just know I will be eating more throughout the day. So on those days, and I only allow myself 2 a week, I do eat more protein, I do eat slightly less fat, and I will eat a few more carbs. Usually don't go over 20. Very, very rare do I go 21 to 23 total grams of carbs. I keep it pretty low, but a lot higher than I was. When I hit that stage, I was eating 0 carbohydrates. So I am stretching that, and that will shift and change as my macros get higher. As I start eating more, I know I'm going to eliminate a lot of those vegetables because my body does not love them. So that is the game plan long term. But currently, like I say, I don't think I fear fats. Like, I don't. I eat a ton of fats. But on some days, I do, in order to keep this balance, I do eat higher protein than I eat fat. But I've got to watch. Like, I do not want, and as part of my test with my continuous glucometer, like, I need to know what that threshold of where too much protein is not good for me. And not good because, in the morning, I notice if I overdo protein in the morning, my blood sugars are higher, which I guess we kind of expect. We know that gluconeogenesis is a thing. Also, I've got to watch because I don't sleep as well. I wake up in the middle of the night if I overdo the protein. So I want to stay fat fueled because I feel so much better that way. My energy's better. My mood is better. My brain, my mental clarity, so much better when I've got really high fats. And then it gets messy when I do the protein. And I've also really got to watch my energy expenditure, my daily activity, because if my protein's too high, my fats aren't high enough, I am exhausted. Like, even an extra few minutes of walking on a treadmill, I'm done-ski. And I need to go to bed really early. I've had to go to bed as early as 8 o'clock some nights because my energy is just too low. So it's been very interesting to watch as I play with the balance of the fat to protein ratio. and look at my true protein threshold given my current daily activity and caloric intake, it's really been very amazing, because my body is just in a place where I'm so close to that balance of calories in versus activity or energy out, that I can really feel and taste a difference, and most certainly am noticing differences in my blood sugars throughout the day and in the morning based on what I've consumed the day before. So that is pretty well the update for me as it stands right now. I am, like I say, consuming about 2 meals a day most days, and flexing that protein and fat, and things seem to be trekking along quite well, and super impressed with how this reverse diet is going. Yeah, with how it's going so far, I'm amazed. I honestly feel leaner than I was when I was on the stage. I can see striations and muscle where I couldn't before. So it's pretty cool to really tweak and fine tune body composition. Like, you work so hard to get so low, and then to be able to fine tune it when you're down here before then coming back out of it and back up to a healthy place where I'm consuming enough to build more, even more muscle. It's mind blowing what you're able to do and what you feel and how your body responds to different things. So it's pretty cool to me to learn, and also learn how to balance lifestyle as I go through this. Yeah, so I'll continue to share for what it's worth, and for those, if it's helpful, that's fantastic. I love the community and a lot of the questions I've been getting, so keep them coming. I'm happy to share, but please just know this is what I'm doing for me. This is working really well for me. Everybody is different. And I spent an awful lot of time. I've been keto for over 4 years, 4.5 years now. And I've taken my body to the extreme and have really developed an ability to fuel my body exclusively on fats. And so I know that playing around with my macros like this, I'm okay to do this. Everybody's different. Everybody's at a different place in their ketogenic journey. So it really depends on you. But what I'm loving, another thing that I'm loving, I guess, is that I know my body is reasonably healthy, because despite the fact, that I took my body to such a lean place, to such a low caloric intake with high energy expenditure on a daily, as I'm reverse dieting out and adding more calories in and cutting back my stressors, the stressors of my life, the exercise, my body is not holding on to everything, right? It's not hit a place where it's just sucking, like holding on to any extras. It's still releasing fat, which says to me, and call me crazy, but says to me that I'm still in a pretty healthy place. I know I can't sustain this. I'm not going to maintain this. I do need to reverse diet out, start eating more. I will put on body fat, like that will happen. But it's pretty cool to me that my body's responding the way that it is and telling me that I'm still pretty healthy, hormonally, metabolically speaking. But I do need to watch that cortisol insulin kind of ratio, watch that my stress doesn't get too high, and push myself to a place where I really want to hold on to everything. anyways, that's it for now. I've gone on a fair bit, longer than I fully expected to. But if you have any questions, any thoughts, please ask and share. Like I say, I love the community that's developing here, and happy to help always. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and chat soon. I'll share next maybe a little bit about the tweaks and changes to my exercise routines, regimens, as that has shifted. I started a new program, Mel Ramfit Training. She rocks programming the new one. I mean, they're all amazing, but this one in particular, love, love, love. So happy to chat about that as well. And then maybe at some point I will share a bit of a physique update, because like I say, I feel leaner now than I was on that stage. Take care, everybody. Chat soon. Bye for now.